Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to Big Beam Game Day, presented by ESPN, Entertaining Structural Pre-Stress Network. I am Cement, and this is Harp D. Strand.
We are broadcasting live today from Iowa State University, home of the Cyclones, which has also been home to the many great pre-stress names such as Dr. Shishitharan.
Pre-stressing, a relatively new advance in technology, is less than 100 years old and was first founded by Eugene Fresnet.
Yes, and that beginning in France has then passed to the whole world. And from there, we have got many great structures built using pre-stressing.
So we hope to witness more ingenuity continued and started by Eugene, and we hope to see history made today with Sbeam.
So let's head over to the laboratory where everything this is happening. And let's talk to Bent Barr.
Thanks, C, and thanks, Harp. My name is Bent Barr, and I'm here at Iowa State University in the Structures Lab, where many great beams have been born, cured, and tested. Today we'll see if our beam, Sbeam, can make her mark on history today. The conditions are perfect, but let's first see how we got here today. It all started with very humble beginnings. 3 engineers, crammed into a small office space, had the desire to create something great. After many days of strenuous labor, these young professionals decided to create a spreadsheet in order to efficiently check different options. And from that ingenuity, Sbeam was born. From there, our journey takes us to Iowa Falls, where the forms were made, the rebar was bent, and Sbeam was almost ready to come into this world. When the moment was right, a little extra water was added to the concrete to ensure it would properly flow into the forms. The crews began to fill the forms. The concrete was vibrated to ensure the concrete would flow thoroughly and there would be no air gaps and weak spots in Sbeam. Cylinders were made and concrete properties were tested. Then, Sbeam was tucked into a nice, warm, steam-cured bed for the night. 41 hours later, the tendons were cut, and Sbeam held up to the stresses and did not crack under the pressure. A week ago, Sbeam was on the road, destined for Ames, Iowa. She arrived to begin preparations for the test, and she was loaded carefully into the frame, ready for today's competition.
Thanks, Bent Barr.
It sure was a great, amazing journey so far.
That's right, and we're about to get started, so let's head back over to the lab to see what's about to happen.
From Ames, Iowa, weighing at 970 pounds, costing $142, at 21 days old, it's Sbeam. She already has 9,000 pounds on and holding strong. They will continue to load in 3 kip increments until we near cracking. I'm told she's predicted to show cracking at 20.5 kips. She has made it over 18.75 kips. That is her first goal of the competition today. She's remained uncracked. Let's see if she can get close to a predicted value of 20 kips. Just in from down on the field, Sbeam has cracked at 20.12 kips. At 21 days old, she's performing well. In her warm-ups, her concrete strength was almost 10,380 psi, and the tensile strength of 525 psi. You can definitely see those cracks propagating now. Holy cow, look at them grow. She is still holding in there though at 32 kips. 1 inch deflection with another inch to go. We are now over 38 kips. We aren't getting much load anymore, but look at that deflection. She is defying all expectations now. We are beginning to see some spalling. Not sure how much longer she can hold in there. Flag on the play. We have lost the string potentiometer. Good thing we have a backup. We have a square positioned on the side to make sure it has the right angle so we can always capture deflection. Folks, if your entire family isn't watching this game, call them in here right now. I don't care if they're out mowing the lawn. You need to see this. This is history in the making. Get up! Get out of here! It's gone! I'm told that we've reached the peak load. Can you believe it? At 39.3 kips and 3.5 inches of deflection. She looks like she has a little bit of life left in her, though. Oh my gosh, folks, look at her go. This test here may qualify her for the Olympics. Tendon has failed. This is unbelievable. Sbeam has set a new course record. Let's see that on instant replay. Look, that is absolutely incredible. I think we have just seen history here today, folks. Let's see that failure again. As you see in slow motion here.
Welcome back, everyone.
And boy, was that a test. Sbeam, well, she got her done.
Well, she did her good job. Really good job. I mean, look at that. She reached her first goal of 18.75 kips of cracking strength, and she cracked just above 20 kips. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so that was great. That was really good. Where she slipped up a little bit was missing that ultimate goal mark. She got over 39, and we were shooting for under 37. So besides that, she did very well.
Well, even though in the middle of the test, the string pot fell down, but the deflection, wow, was that huge? I mean, was that huge?
Yeah, it was great, and it was great because the confinement in the top flange was able to increase the strain capacity of that top flange concrete, allowing the tendon to elongate more.
Well, now let's head back and let's talk to bent bar, and so that we can talk about more post-match analysis.
Thanks for joining us. We'll just talk about some of the things that our team learned from this competition.
Happy to be here with you guys. There was great competition out there. I was glad I was able to see it firsthand and call that play-by-play for you. But we really did learn a lot from this experiment, didn't we? First, I guess we can talk about the iterative process and how we really started out with looking at inverted T's, rectangles with a bunch of different shapes. We really wanted to find out what was going to be the best design. We ended up with this varying section, and it turned out to be work very well, especially the confinement.
Yes, talking about the confinement, we did not think that confinement would work so well, but it did, and the design of the confinement made it so that the failure would be in tension and the strand would fail off.
That's right. And so because of that, the strands and how important they were, we had to deal with some constructability issues with the strands. So we didn't want them to be too close to the bottom flange so as to spall off the concrete right during release. So during that, we had to go through the process of talking with the precaster to make sure that they were at a good height. And then on top of that, we had geometric constraints to make sure that the concrete was flowable to each part of the section.
That's very true. We actually made some final changes right before we poured the beam. We moved our bottom tendons up a little bit to help take care of some of those issues like Michael just talked about here. Also adjusted the mix. We added a little bit of water to it to make it more flowable. And I guess one of the big keys to this was definitely
The teamwork.